Their breakout video offered up free hugs, but their sound today is decidedly more aggressive. Hi, I'm Rebecca Brayton and welcome to WatchMojo.com, and today we're speaking with Sick Puppies.
Maybe you're not seeing the side of me you should.
How about we talk about the origin story of the band?
Emma and I met in music room in high school. We went to the same school, but we weren't in the same year, so we wouldn't have met if the music room hadn't been double booked on lunchtime. So we both got in and said, I booked the room, and she said she booked the room, and neither of us would leave, so we played Silverchair and Green Day and Rage Against the Machine songs till the end of lunch. Without missing a beat. I was on drums, she was on guitar. So we decided to start a band. Then we had to look for a drummer. We went through a few drummers and did a record, and eventually we moved over to the States and we found Mark, who has been with us now for about 5 years. And we got our thing going on, and we're on our second record, Tripolar, now, and it's been working out pretty good.
Now, I know a lot of bands aren't a big fan of classifying their music and of the whole genre thing, but what is your guys' take on that, and if you had to classify it, what would you say?
We all kind of get asked that question in different ways, and it's just rock, because Emma's influences are different in terms of her playing and Mark's playing and my playing, but when you put them all together, it becomes hopefully what you would call Sick Puppies. And then when people say it sounds like Sick Puppies, they won't go, it just sounds like Foo Fighters, or it just sounds like Silverchair, or whatever.
I've also seen the labels like emotional and aggressive applied to the music. Would you guys agree with these assessments, and is this something that you strive for? Or?
We want it to be emotional because that's the sort of music that we connected to when we were growing up. Aggressive is probably a good word to describe this record because it is a very aggressive record. I wouldn't say it's necessarily because we're overly aggressive people, it's because those songs work in big audiences, and after we did the first round of touring we figured out that those songs really work in front of the audience, so we went, all right, well, let's make an album that's got a lot more of those songs on it so that when we play, you know, we can hopefully build and get more people coming, and that was the main thing. But I think it's a good way to describe the music, but hopefully not to describe us.
And maybe it's time to change.
I'd be remiss if I, of course, did not bring up free hugs. Obviously. I'd be remiss, I think.
You'll just come back running.
Why don't we just quickly, if you could give us a brief synopsis of what the video was all about.
Emma and I were both working jobs to get money to come over to the States originally. I would hold up a sandwich board sign that advertised 2-for-1 shoes. And the free hugs guy came in after a little while holding up his free hugs sign. We met, made friends, started hanging out, and I started videotaping him with my dad's camera. I got about like 8 tapes, 9 tapes, but then didn't do anything with it. So when you flash forward about a year and a half later, we're in the States trying to make a record and get a record deal. We didn't have a deal at the time. We were just making like demos, hoping that it was going to turn into a record deal. And he calls me up and says that his grandmother's passed away really suddenly. So I made the video for him under one of the songs, which was all the same, as like a video get well card for him. And I did it that night, sent it off in a CD, and then the band saw it, and people at the management and the label that was interested saw it, and they were like, oh, this could be something. So they put it up on YouTube, and it blew up overnight. Probably within about 3 days it blew up. It had 1 million hits in 3 days. And then after that it had 1 million hits a week for 8 weeks. And it just sort of launched the band. It was really good because it's something beautiful to be a part of, and it was great to have the experience of being an overnight sensation. And then after that we got to be a band. So we kind of got both good sides of the equation.
Thank you very much, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.